Hello people, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. I've got orders to go on out today. Thanking our Lord for blessing us with more orders and taking care of our company. Alright, I'm going to get this fan out of my face. I know it's pulling a lot of noise static to the microphones on the cell phone. Let's see. Where do we put that at? I have no idea. Where do we put that? I got the trash out. No right fact. Let me see. Right. Where do we put that at? Hold on a minute. I find something that I know I put up, but I didn't put up. What I did. Somewhere. Well, we gotta find it. We're gonna need it today. We gotta be out today. That's where I got a quarter to my off that thing. Alright, I'll figure it out. I gotta look through it while I'm here. I don't know where this bridge I have to have. I need it because I gotta be out today. But anyway, we ordered all the parts for that build over there. We're coming in, the fans, everything I need for that. That's gonna be a new type of projection screen we're working on. What do we have? Vortexes in here? Like something just disappears? There's no way in the world that could have disappeared like that. It's huge. Where's that thing at? Oh man, I hate it when I go through this processing like this. I swear. I know I put it up. I don't know where I put it at. That's the problem. I gotta have it putting things in weird places. Alright, let me get through this because right now my mind's in another place right now. But anyway, yeah, we got some new screens we're working on, and I got a new screen I gotta build over there. I swear when I find this thing. So, where do I keep putting this in? Here. Is it back here? Really? Where the frick did I go at? What in the world? I swear, I don't think I have some more tools in here. Sorry, people, I said that tomorrow. I want to reject tomorrow. All right, so glad I found that. I can't concentrate until I find something on the before. It's the way my head's wired. So, as you see, we have several screen paints. Right there, we have coming up for the ILEG collection, which we're going to call that. And mind, when I'm developing screen paint, it's for both parties now. It's for not only online, it's for offline too. I got to be at expos, shows, all that stuff. Kind of that my license that I have is eligible for anything in Allentown or Bethlehem or whatever. Any kind of expos they're having, we can be there now. So we have no problem with that. We got an advertising team backing our products up. Basically, going to be showing off our technology in a more professional way. So that's going to be nice to see our technology on a professional commercial level. Oh, that's going to be pretty cool. We have this whole section right here. We see that panel at. We're going to make a 235.1 here, see-through screen, because I do want to bring them over here to see the technology we have here. I was able to go to their office and bring down the portable projector, the whole 9 yards, which I usually do. I'm walking around down Allentown and do the same thing over there, showing what we're doing, what we're up to, and what our plans are, is to basically develop more affordable technology for both branches, customers, and companies. So that they did like it. They liked that from the door. And of course, the usual questions are asked by the black paint that we make. Can it match house paint, stuff like that? That's the usual stuff. Is the stuff tested? You know, all that stuff comes up to play. Because you have to make sure that if they're advertising this for you, again, can't express it enough, you have to tell the truth on your product. You can't be lying about your stuff and saying, oh, I got range cannons in the day. It doesn't work. It's not going to work. You may be to fool some people on YouTube. If your stuff is going to match a house paint in a day, do you have any idea the trouble you can get into? And probably keep in mind, other people are putting their neck out on the line for you. So you have to make sure all your stuff is tested. People, you don't test your stuff, what happens is you can't go no farther than what you have right now. You can't get those contracts, so you'll never get them, because everybody's going to ask that question. You're like, is your stuff tested? So that's why I said at the end of the day that when I see somebody at the end of the day talking to mumbo jumbo on YouTube, we go through your stuff, we find out your stuff's not tested, you're not a threat to anybody at all, period. You can't go anywhere at all, period. It's kind of like having a sports car in the garage. It ain't going nowhere. It's just going to sit there and collect dust through time. Everybody else hits the circuit. That's pretty much what you do to your stuff when you don't properly test it out. They want to know what kind of guarantee, why you're advertising this for you. What kind of guarantee you're going to give your customers? You statement? Are you 100% sure that it doesn't? Because imagine if the other one did that nonsense with that network rate 773. Imagine you got all high-end mic and said, you know, I'm going to take you to court. And that stuff matched in court. You know how bad that comes out to be? Mine, that goes on court records. That's public domain, which means everybody will read about your stuff matching. So, yeah. They can't back it up. How are you going to back it up to your customers? I'll be so glad when I get one of those sneaks. And these are done. I jack these things up, man. Sneakers don't last long for me. 1 month. I get that 1 month out of it. The bottom half, I walk a lot, so my bottom half, my treads are gone. So I can run around all tires now. So I ordered me a pair of Pumas. I got Pumas coming this time. New Balances are okay, but the tongues aren't wide enough. They make the tongues too narrow. When they're too narrow, you got wide feet. You can literally see like the parts of your sock. It just looks so hobo-y. So bottom line is, I got the Pumas. Pumas got the wide tongue, and the tongues are sewed in, which I look pretty much prefer with those. But these right here, these are done. I kind of wore these up. They're finished. Trying to get another pair, which I did order. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. So I got projects. That screen over there, which is the gaming screen, all the parts are ordered. They'll be in soon. And then this thing over there, the clear screens. I'm going to do a large one across here, the lighting system inside, of course, halo system, of course. I'm going to expand this screen, tile system, for another set at the top. They're going to be at a different angle for that to expand the entire thing out on that projector over there. And pretty much I'm probably going to pick me up a ViewSonic. All these are under $200. A ViewSonic and another QE 6. I think it's a QE 6 or 500 watts. That's pretty much it. So I need. That's it. I'm done. The rest of the stuff is advertising technology. I'm going to pick up this piece about it. Yippee-ki-yay, we got 2 new screen paints. Actually, I got 10 on the table. I'm only going to bring out 2 of them. So 2 of them we're going to bring out. Will be pretty beautiful. I can't wait to show those at Expos. So, all you chatterboxes on YouTube, you haters, at the end of the day think, well, I'm not going to do jack at all, period. You're not doing jack. Well, you wait till you see my team that's coming on board. You ain't doing jack. Nothing at all. But other than that, all you're crying and whining on YouTube, mind you, I'm going to be at Expos showing this technology off. I'm not stuck to YouTube. I can detach from YouTube and go where I want to go, much like my screens can go. So since my stuff is licensed and bonded and all that other good stuff, and if I got an insurance package I'm about to pick up from my company, I can go where the freak I want to go, where you can't do that. You're stuck. Oh, I forgot you don't have businesses anymore. Moving on. Anyway, the rest of them are stuck. They can't go anywhere. They're stuck to a wall. I'm trying to figure whether I'm going to do floor demonstrations today. I might do a floor demonstration today. I've done one in a while. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to Expos. I got a freaking showroom coming up to display my technology. So, the little campaigns online by saying this, that, and the other, it doesn't affect us in any way whatsoever. We still get orders. You do know that, right? How long have you been having these campaigns for? Just think about it. How much time have you wasted having these campaigns? How long? For a long time, right? Am I out of business? Oh, it's my company? Upgrade. I got an office now. About to get me a warehouse. Showrooms. Got Expos. Got an advertising marketing team behind my back. What do you got? Nothing. At all. So you've been doing, you put all that time and energy into that to end up with that, what you have right now, it ain't working out for you. Yeah, and some of you, as we speak, are basically probably ending up in the deaths of all law enforcement officers. Because some people got themselves in some really serious problems. They got life changers coming up. I got to contact that lawyer too about that building. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm going to develop the 2 new technologies that went up here. And whether you hate it or love it, it's still going to get its publicity and it's still going to make its money. Yeah, because customers aren't stupid at the end of the day. Customers do their research. Customers look at how many video demonstrations we have towards you guys. As I said before, I sat there on camera and said, my customer demonstrations are better than your own demonstrations that you do yourself. The people who sell the product can't even literally beat my customer's demonstrations. That tells a lot. Where are your customers at? Well, sad to say, they're stuck in the dark and most of them, the screens are washed brag about a product when a customer screen washed out from 2 windows. And yet my customer can watch a sea turtle outside. There you go. That's why stuff needs to be tested. There should be laws passed that before you can even sell a screen paint, you're going to have to show proof that that stuff does exactly what it's designed to do, or you can't sell it. eBay, it's not eBay, yeah, eBay, Amazon, PayPal, all of them should deny your request to sell until you can back it up. And that way, that cuts down a whole lot of nonsense. The same thing with projectors, too. They bring a lot of fake knockoff projectors. They should have that rule. Because if it's my rule at the end of the day, a lot of you would be out of business right now. Because I've been through your stuff already. A lot of you would be out of business. Your stuff would match house paint. You see, I can make a mixture that would match your stuff easily. Mind you, Fernando's stuff, we just went and just got a paint. Network grade 773, which we started that one. The minute I popped the top, the first chance on camera, it didn't go well for him. Was I wrong? Fernando, I know you're probably in the room. You're always in the room. You got nothing better to do. Was I wrong when I said that? Got on camera, made this big old statement, and then they tell me, oh, I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. Then you listened to that one, didn't you? You matched, didn't you? Yes, you did. You matched. Because here's the thing, Fernando, about basically at the end of the day, about people who can prove their point. A person who can prove their point will bring this up multiple times. Why? Because they can prove their point. A person who can't prove their point doesn't bring it up. And the fact that you only did one demonstration, you did 2 demonstrations, the other one, we're about 2 years apart. You don't do this a lot. And because you don't do this a lot, it clearly states that your stuff matches. This is something you don't want to go through. Tell me if I'm not living your head rent free right now. How many different demonstrations I've done on black versus black paint versus your gray? You can't match them on. So a person that can back it up gladly will show you over and over and over again because they can do it. A person who can't will barely bring this up. This stuff is house paint. So that's why they're mad at the end of the day, because they want to be me. You want to get the contracts. You want to get the expos and the shows. You want me to stand behind your product, but you can't. We're going to install these in today. Oh, we do got to install this in today. Oh, I got to put my other lights into my case. Oh, ordering another set of lights for myself. I like the ones on the desk. These are the ones going into my case. But if I take them off, I want lights on my case. So my desk is going to be pretty cool. So Galaxy solar system, which I'm going to turn the entire desk into. Which we got our units on here, but I'm not touching the actual desk. And I'm doing my desk with a mixture of a light system activator and trace system for my setup, for my outer space. That's going to get mapped with the Galaxy. Not the actual Galaxy. My Galaxy at the end of the day. That's what it's going to be. I freaking love this, man. I'm having so much fun with this. I'm going to be scheduling an appointment pretty soon to go into this place and do a demonstration of the best. Alright, people. Killing time here. What we got going on here? Let me see. On the agenda. Words already going out. Got the data sheets on them. The fragiles. Got to go to the post office. And around 6:20. Yeah, I keep forgetting we're up early. I'm up 3 o'clock in the morning every freaking day. 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up when most people are still in bed. Working, getting the job done. Alright, let me see. Everyone will sleep a little late. It is, but I'm a little different. I'm hyperactive at the end of the day. I basically don't require much. A piece of candy, a cough drop, and boom, that's like 4 or 5 hours of work. Off my cough drop. Bam! That's right, baby. I don't drink coffee. Coffee drinks me. That's the reason why you're up in the morning. You got to thank me for that. Because if coffee did not drink me, you would be up right now. Coffee's probably sitting around the water cooler. Oh my goodness, last night. Whew. If I didn't have that cup of can, I wouldn't have made it. I would not have made it. So you're welcome, by the way. So, we got a lot of cool stuff coming out. A lot of cool. Oh, I got that invisible screen I got to build too. I got this crazy invisible screen. But they forgot we built those things a long time ago. We're going to do a curved screen. That's a question too. How many of you naysayers done curved screens already? Do you know how to build those things? Of course you don't know how to build a curved screen. You don't even know how to set up a projector. You know how to do edge blending? Any of that stuff, that programming, any of that stuff. Of course you don't. They got a new program now. I'm looking at it now. Instead of you putting multiple projectors, you can pretty much, it's kind of like the same term, projector mapping an image into something. I'm going to pick that up too. I'm going to pick up that warp. They got a warp software I'm about to go pick up that allows you to be able to take the image and manipulate it into a curve without multiple projectors. I saw that. Definitely I'll be picking that up now. We got some software coming in. And thus and behold, when people say that it's not a gaming system over there, it's not a gaming system. It is basically a work PC. See that machine over there? Right there, I get this guy who comes in and cries about that machine all the time. He's constantly crying about that machine. Like, it's not a gaming PC. It's a retro gaming PC. I play retro games. It's my thing. But that machine does something your game system can't do. It does programs. So there's software in there for the Connect system to manipulate the software in the Connect system and firmware to allow it to drag and drop images. It can do things with the Connect that the Xbox can't do. Because technically you can't put that firmware drivers and all that hack software into it to be able to get it to dance the way you want it to dance. That machine has it in there. It also has projector mapping applications and interactive technology are in there. And pretty soon, hologram technology. Yes, because you can load software in there. You can't load software into your console system. You can't. You just can't. You can't do it. You just can't. Anyway, that's what it is. That's where we get the mix-up between people who think at the end of the day that console is equal to PC. No. You can browse the internet. That's basically about to do. But you're not putting no software into that thing. You can only put in software updates that they allow you to have, not what you want to have. That's the difference. PC, we put in what we want. You guys have updates at the end of the day of what they want you to have, what you think has been compliant to the hardware, what you have within your system. Even though your system is close to being a PC, it still doesn't have the application process. You can't update your JavaScript and all that other cool stuff, put on applications and stuff like app builds and stuff like that. You can't do any of that stuff whatsoever. But it's still a fun system, by the way. That one right over there. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, I got to be working on that pretty soon to get that all done. Not whatnot. And then we have the invisible screen technology we're working on. And we got something called Cinema Flow. And then we got this screen we're coming out for the DJs, the party people at the end of the day. We're developing this amazing screen. It's portable. You can wrap it up, put it in a little bag, whatever you want. But this thing pulls out spectacular special colors. That's going to look absolutely insane for your visual effects in the background. Golf simulators, any golfers out there, we're working on a black golf screen. They don't make them in black, they make them in white. So for our purpose, people are like, what is your purpose? Our purpose is to out-age everybody else's technology, to make ourselves far better than theirs. So if there's a golf simulator out there, we want the best for golf simulator there. If there's gaming technology, we want the best. If it's dedicated theater, we want the best. We want to be to beat everybody else out, but also to charge the price everybody can afford it. So instead of you spending about $4,000, $5,000 for a golf screen in the day, you'll buy it from us for much cheaper, but it'll be much more advanced than theirs. There you go. See how it works? And we already proved it already because we beat every certified screen. Naysayers out there, people make those great products and all that and whatnot. Can you say that out of your mouth, that you have beat every certified screen? Can you say that? Can you operate in a fully lit environment next to a TV? Not TV in your environment, you in TV environment. Can you say that? No, you cannot say that at all, period. You cannot say it at all. Alright then, if that's being said, at the end of the day, you are outdated. Oh man, I can't wait to go into the other forum site. They have a bunch of great screens in there. It's like watching a wolf go through a bed of deers, man, at the end of the day. Like they're all there like, oh my goodness, we have the greatest contrast in the entire world. All screens are absolutely gray. They pick up the darkest contrast levels you ever seen in your entire life. For some reason, you gotta stick your lip all the way out when you do that. Entire life. Our screens are ugly, inkily, darkly and inkily. That's how you guys act. I'm in the forum sites watching y'all. I'm reading through y'all stuff all the time. And y'all literally have a habit of saying black. Can you stop saying that? Can you take that out of your vocabulary? You do not read black. You gotta really stop saying that word. You do not read black. We got to have some kind of like program, support program. Have you guys all sit around, have you say your names like, hello, what's your name? My name is Jamie. Hello, Jamie. How are you doing today? What is your problem? I have delusions of grandeur. I do believe that my screen is reading black. Jamie, you do know your screen does not read black. It reads actual gray. No, it reads black. Baby steps, baby steps. We'll take this one step at a time. And once you get past this process, you will see that your screen actually does read a shade of gray. One day it'll kick in somewhere along the line. I'll be sitting there and tears will start running down his face. Like, what's wrong? I see it. I see the gray. You know, something like that. Anyway, I know I got a vivid imagination. It works for everything I do. Anyway, so that's what we need. We need to bring them to the point that they need to know the difference. I literally don't want to take you to court. I take you to court, I would clean your clock in there, gentlemen. It's not. It would just be overkill at the end of the day. Which is the way we just have to help you understand that you don't see what you think you see. So best way to do it is buy your products and display you on tour and just show everybody your stuff doesn't work. That's what we'll do. Is buy your stuff. Please don't pull labels off. I've literally had somebody pull the label off a container and send it to us. Yeah. Which we know who that guy was. Which he's not there anymore. But anyway, so you don't see black. You see the shade of gray. And depending on how dark your paint is, it's depending on how dark a shade you read. Now, when I had to go in there and talk about the advertising technology, I had to break down the distance throw and all that stuff and stuff I usually talk on camera. You have to know what you're talking about. You have to, because we're going to research all this stuff. You have to back all this stuff up. So you have to figure out what shade of gray does your screen pick up. That's what you have to figure out, but you can't say black. I don't see black. I don't see it at all. I don't know. Don't see it. Yeah, because again, how much money is this going to cost me in a projector to pick up anything close to it? It's going to cost me a lot of money. You know, the contrast they don't give for free. Optimus not sitting around like, you know what? We'll give them free contrast. We'll give them 10 million to one free contrast. You don't give you free contrast. You don't pay for that. That's how the projectors are expensive. You got to pay for all the little bells and whistles to get that stuff to kick. And then on top of that, once you pay for the bells and whistles, you're still stuck in a dark environment. You still can't use it. The everyday lighting will take your screen out. A cell phone can take a gray screen out. My lamp on my desk can take a screen out. So how are you going to turn your lights on? Yeah. I already had that conversation about ambient light rejection. Ambient light rejection screen, ALL screens, that sit there and say that we are ambient light rejection technology, but yet we're always in the dark. And why are you always in the dark? Because your screen is gray. And if your screen's gray, because the contrast levels pick up better if you're in the dark than when you get the lights on. So what's the point of calling it ambient light rejection? It's kind of backwards there. If you have to be in the dark all day long, what's the point of having that there? That's like having a fifth wheel on your car. What the freak you need a fifth wheel for? What is the purpose of having a fifth wheel? It's not even necessary. But you got it on there anyway. Does it do anything? Not really, to tell you the truth. It's right there on the wheel. Just put it right there. It's not even a spare. It's actually attached to the car. So that's just stupid. Now, a fifth wheel, if it was a spare, something you could use, there you go. But this is actually attached to the axle system. So guess what? You got a third wheel right in the middle of your wheel. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 wheels on the front. Now, what's the purpose of that wheel? There you go. I think I'm going to still keep I'm so glad we had this time together. I like singing that song. It makes me extra gay. Now, I like to have fun when I come on here with the people who make poor products. We like to have fun with them. It's funny. It is. I like to talk about our technology, what we have coming up. And, you know, because we back our stuff up. Gentlemen, look. I call them gentlemen. I'm very polite to them. They call me all kinds of names, racial slurs, whatever, but we call them gentlemen. But anyway, let me explain something to you. I can do this and come on camera and have this fun because I go outside with my stuff. How many videos do you have compared to how many videos that I have of my stuff outside? There we go. So, not only can I get on camera and dance and have fun and whatever and joke and laugh, but I can kick the crap out of your product every single day. Tell me I can't. Tell me I can't wipe your product list. Please, give me Give me the opportunity. Make a statement. I'll go to your account right now and I'll buy. Now, they don't have their business in. Their business is 100. But anybody else, make a statement that we can't take out your product. See what happens. You've got to have that kind of confidence in your product. That's what people want to see. You have to have that kind of confidence level. I could wipe out Goose Screen's entire complete product line with one black technology. There's nothing to match that stuff. You can't reach a contrast level next to a 100% black screen. Not going to work right. And the screens absorb tons of light, which means they can fire up in fully lit environments without no problem. That projectors at roughly 300 lumens, even at 50. I think it was somebody was supposed to call at 8 o'clock. I got to call a couple of people. I got a couple other places I got to call. That freaking paint on screens, man, they made it virtually impossible to get their samples now. I wonder why. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Ugh. I got things I got to do. But anyway, I like to come out here. For those new subscribers that came on, thank you for subscribing. We do appreciate your time here. We like to have fun in our demonstrations. We do. Other people, they get a little snooty, they get stuffy, sometimes they get technical bull crap at the end of the day, which is technically not even necessary at the end of the day. How can I put this in a way where I'm trying to be nice about this? The ad tech technology is literally so advanced. Even at 15%, it overshadows any form of screen now on the market. So the way that technology is going to be advertised is that it is the #1 screen to go to. There is no screen right now on the planet that can take it. And it's true. We did all the testing. We know ourselves in a day. Name one screen right now that can take a direct hit from sunlight at 50 lumens outside. Not the projector hitting inside, outside. Everything. That means we're the only ones who have the most powerful game. Even AI knows who I am. AI recognizes us as being the most powerful technology right now. So, with that being said, well, there ain't much to say about that, to tell you the truth. Well, that to say to all the influencers that do video demonstrations on projectors, when that technology was already at 15%, but when it peaks at 100, that means everything that you spoke about on camera is now considered to be obsolete. What are you going to talk about? Ambient light rejection? Please, that technology will easily eat yourself out easily. My gain is way far more powerful than what you have on your screens that you can't use with the lights on. Even though it's ambient light rejection, you figure that one out. I don't know how. So how are you going to compete with that technology? I mean, you can't really talk about any other screen but our technology now because, again, we can overpower any screen. Diamond technology? Oh, please, we can take out screen innovation with no problem. Yeah, screen innovation, I hope you listen to this. I can literally take out your screens. You know why? Because, again, we have a black technology that has the capability, and that technology over there is a freaking beast at the end of the day. That stuff can basically read in sunlight. You don't have anything to read in sunlight. I know. I constantly check his stuff. This guy's always developing something else. I can want to say one thing. He's always developing something. He'll pretty sure he'll hit it. I think he'll have one. He'll have a trinity read sunlight. I don't doubt him. He's always doing something different. But anyway, as for the rest of them, well, yeah, we can beat all your screens. What, elite screens? Easy takedown. DMP Supernova, easy. Firehawk G4, all of you. I can easily take your screens out, no problem. As for the gray paints, come on now. Stop playing with us. Just get away from us and go somewhere. We can easily take this stuff out. White screens? No. You see the difference between that black technology and a white screen? Which one doesn't even exist next to one of those things? So there you go. So all that talking about distance and the gain and all that other nonsense and 0.1 and 0.9 and all that, the guy sitting in the middle where you had the screen coming this way and the diagonal about 180 degrees and all that other nonsense and mumbo jumbo book is out. It's done. Your old tradition now. Our technology is more advanced now. And I think we have to prove a point. I think Mr. Bird's going to have to prove a point. You know, like Wayne Brady, remember what he said about getting out of the car? Ken got to get out of the car. Because if I get out of that car, I swear, you're going to regret that mistake. But I think we have to prove it. I think the only way we're going to really get it across online for you influencers and everybody online, we're going to have to wipe out every single screen again. So, let the games begin. We'll start with eBay first. So, it's business at the end of the day. Remember that. It's always business. It's nothing personal. Pretty sure you have fantastic products. I 100% believe that. But next to our technology, you can't hold a candle to it. So, let's begin. I'll buy my first one today. Remember what we want. And we'll get samples. And if we can, they're not spooked. A blue screen. I need the top of their product. I need the mid of their product. And I need the lowest of their product. And I'll get on there and contact Smarter Surfaces. And we already tested them already, but might as well do it again. Now, before I do this, I will give you the option to get out of this whole entire thing. You can clearly state if I send you an email and I tell you what I'm about to do to your product. You can say, I forfeit, I don't want nothing to do with this, so on and so forth. I truly understand, I really do. Man, it's a shame these other products. Oh, forgot, Danny's website's still up. Well, Danny, I got somebody who lives in your state. Actually, got a few people live in your state. A few dozens live in your state. I'm going to get one of them to get your product up here. So that's going to be one of the bigger challenges. The bigger challenge is trying to get somebody in a state to get Danny's product here. Because again, like I said, I've tested Jamie. I know what this stuff is. And from Danny's stuff, this stuff is trash. I can tell it's trash. That game range, none of that stuff works at all. It's just trash. We're going to have to get it up here. Because if you mention my name, he's going to ban you. He's going to ban your state. You already got 10 states missing out of 40. That's right, 50 states. So, yeah. So, my job is to keep my mouth shut and not say which state's going to order. I got some family members in other states. I can get one of them to get it down here. Oh, can you imagine the shock? Shock and awe of seeing his product sitting on his desk? Well, that's going to be the scariest thing ever. Oh my goodness! Where did we get that? That's the same thing the other one went through. We were ordering from him. We canceled all the orders and gave us back our money. But that's not a product you can trust. He gave us back all our money and cried on the receipts too. I'm like, gee whiz Louise. All right, I've got my time down here that I need, so I got to be at a bunch of places today. Unfortunately, I'm up earlier than these places open up, so that's that. Oh, I got to get ready for all that. I am stuck on Band-Aid, because Band-Aid's stuck on me. It's going to be 105 degrees today, or 3 degrees today, in Allentown. So we got to be up out of here at 7 o'clock. Whew. Got to get some stuff taken care of. I'm going to get working on my screen over there. Now, you know how this works, people, right? When Mr. Bird gets on camera and he starts having a little fun, that means something is coming. You see it in the caption, right? You see that in the caption? That onyx rose gold. You see that? DX. You see that? You see that? The hazel in there? Those paints are absolutely incredible. They're designed to do things that other screens do not have the capability to do. They're going to be absolutely amazing. That new version of the SFEG, ooh, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. And wait, we're not done yet. We got the first invisible gunmetal coming out that literally can level any gunmetal screen, which I will prove by having your screens tested against it. Mind you, it can absorb sunlight. So that means you'll have to be tested in this environment, which will mean you'll be going outside in the sun. Now, before we get to this, because we want any certified screens to get angry and upset and bitter over this, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to send you out an email. Hope you respond back to me asking if it's okay to take your screen outside. I don't see why I shouldn't be able to. But they may say at the end of the day that, well, you know, you took our screen outside. Our screen doesn't exactly work outside. Well, you already told me already from the door. That makes my product more superior than yours. And since it's more affordable, that means it's better than yours. All right. Now, that's pretty much basically about it for me. All right. I got customers to take over. I got more LED lights to hook up for people at the end of the day. We're having a summer sale on our amazing products. Did I just say amazing? Yes. Amazing products. And you saw that screen downstairs in the conference room. on at 300 projector. I think it was absolutely crisp, beautiful. And the difference of upgrading your white boring projection screen that washes out, gives you discoloration, and only half of your projector's performance. This is why you use our products and our products only. All right. That being said, I'm so glad we had this time together. Do 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 do. All right. Thank you for coming over and watching the show. I really appreciate your time. Drive safely. Don't forget to tip your waiter on the way out. And on a serious note, of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology. With the one for Him, none of that would ever be possible. We got matching betters coming out with dates on them, and those dates means that we're challenging influencers. We're challenging anybody on YouTube, anybody, matching better our demonstrations and have them done by that particular date. So Mr. Bird's at 250, you're at 250, 235.1, 235.1. And we like to keep our projectors on the low. All right then. Oh, look at you taco cat. Oh, your treats. Forgot to give you your treats. So where's my treats, Daddy-O? Daddy-O, where's my treats? We got the Day Temptations. Boom! That's what he's got, some chicken. We got a bigger bag coming in. I bought some big bag. Come here, baby. We're putting in the cloud system today. Cloud lighter system that's going in today in the box over there. Displaying the most powerful gaming screen paint soon to be on the market, the Apex. Oh yeah, Apex Invisible. Which means that Apex now has the SFEG. It can actually withstand sunlight. Oh, we had them outside already. That's that small surface you saw me running around with. That's an Apex. Man. That's a lot of it, didn't I? Who cares? Whatever. All right, people. Hope you enjoyed. I gotta go. Thank you for your time, and God bless.